Hello and welcome to Meroitic Phonology and Orthography. This is a short pilot video in what may become a series of videos which will allow you to decipher the Meroitic language and to translate from it. This video follows the Saharan theory, which posits that Meroitic belongs to the Saharan language family, specifically the East Saharan branch of that family. This is a heterodox theory. The prevailing theories put Meroitic as an allied language to Nubian, northern Eastern Sudanic, or the Afro-Asiatic language family as its own node. This is an original thesis, one I arrived at almost 3 years ago now, while stumbling through problems in Nilo-Saharan linguistics in general. You will find it nowhere else. You'll find that it adequately allows you to translate from the language. Viewers are encouraged to go to the description where they can find a more detailed, albeit disordered expression of the same ideas. So let's get to it. So what was Meroitic? Meroitic is a dead East Saharan language spoken in the land of Kush in what is now northern Sudan and southern Egypt. It was used as a written language from the 3rd century BC to the 4th century AD. The language was displaced from that region by Coptic, primarily in Egypt, and Old Nubian in southern Egypt and Sudan along the coast of the Nile. This includes the island of Meroe region, in which the language is best attested. Its closest related language is Berti, to which it may actually be ancestral, and its closest related living language is Zaghawa, one of the major languages of Chad. So this here is a map of the linguistic situation in northern Africa. Saharan here is not clearly depicted, but it includes the Zaghawa language of Darfur and Chad, the Teda, Daza, Kanuri, and Kanembu languages of Chad, Libya, Niger, Nigeria, and I think parts of Cameroon. This really corresponds to Dar Zaghawa, the Tibesti mountain range, and the former limits of the Sahelian kingdom, Kanem Bornu. Bornu is an alternative word for Kanuri. Bornu is the southern part of that zone. So it centers around Lake Chad, Wadai as they call it, and Darfur. Saharan is remarkable for being the second most northern spoken Nilo-Saharan language. In this map, Nilo-Saharan languages are depicted in shades of blue. The northernmost is Nubian, which is a Nubian language spoken in Egypt. Are spoken at a higher latitude. So it's worth mentioning the other Nubian languages. So you have the Nubian's a binary language family, so there is the northern group and the southern group. The southern group consists entirely of Hill Nubian. Formerly there was another language called Haraza, spoken in the Jebels of North Kordofan, that's now extinct, and the non-southern group, the northern group, which of course is Nile Nubian, Midob, and the extinct Burgid language. Here you'll see the Meroitic script. The first row shows the demotic or cursive alphabet. Second row shows the hieroglyphic alphabet. So you should probably pause this for a few moments just to internalize every character. You can do that in your own time. Contrary to prevailing theory, which holds that the demotic was innovated first and the hieroglyphic is a back formation. The hieroglyphic actually came first, although it is vastly in the numeric minority once you consider the entire Meroitic corpus. I won't do all of them, but as you can see, if you look closely, the demotic characters are simply a shorthand for the actual hieroglyphic. So that's a person with 4 limbs, that's a feather, the reversed, that's a man at prayer. As you can see, just his outstretched arms depicted. This is an exception. It's from the numeral 1. That's just a head of cattle, denomination of value. It's an exception because it's an expected contradiction with this sign, which is the cow. The cow has horns. These are 4 reeds. That's a lasso, again a shorthand. This is a stool. This one's hard to derive, but again, shorthands aren't always naturally predictable. This is a ravenous bird. It also corresponds with the other bird, which sort of looks like a goose, but yes, so they're inverted variants of each other. Again, both shorthands derive from the same thing. They're reversed because one emphasizes the goose's tail, whereas this one emphasizes the ravenous bird's posture. This is just a C rotated. This is a sedge looped together. This is a mouth. This is a lion. I forget this one. This is a season. A mountain, a gourd, and so on and so forth, as you can see. And the last one is quite clearly an eye. Now, this was known to the earliest, or was readily assumed by the earliest Meroticists, but, a century of, contributions sort of turned this on its head. But it's no great thing. It would have been found out anyway. I've also included the transcription systems that you're most likely to encounter. The prevailing transliteration has been standard since the 70s, so you can see this here. It's also the one that you'll find in Wikipedia and most encyclopedias. I've also included the Unicode names. Meroitic was added to Unicode a few years ago, so that's their names. I've included Griffiths' transcription from Caranog 4, which is in the public domain, which you can access yourself. It differs in the vowels, and of course Griffiths' uncertainty of these 2 back consonants and the correct sound value for this sign. Of course, it's a dent. I've included Kirsty Rowan's, adopted from Wikipedia, but you should probably read her own contributions for the reason she made these decisions. And of course, the expert Meroticist of our generation, Claude Riley, which is, well, this isn't his transcription, this is his expectation of, these are his sound values. It's interesting because it includes 2 consonant signs which are really sound clusters, or labialized variants of 2 other consonants. Of course, you can see here the voiceless velar stop and the voiced velar fricative, and their bilabialized counterparts. Now, one of the interesting things that you'll notice that I haven't included them here, but you'll find them in the manuscript, is that the vast majority of Meroitic signs were borrowed according to their sound values. They were borrowed as phonograms of their Egyptian counterparts. So, just one example, a sign such as this here, Meroitic's second H, has the sound value of a voiced velar stop, the exact same sound value that it has in the Egyptian. In fact, this hieroglyph is the Egyptian phonogram for G, the voiced velar stop. However, vocalizations of Meroitic have never taken this into account. And this is true for the other consonants, but it's most glaring in that example.